Okay, we're listening. In a recent survey we took, the number one thing that you responded you were concerned about your teenager in this whole thing is that they're spending too much time in front of screens. So we want to address that today, but it's really interesting because I think our perspective on so many things has changed, even screens. And if you're like me, you find yourself finally turning the tables and yelling at your parents for sneaking out of the house. We're all suddenly amazed how bald people are really winning right now. Everyone is starting to look like the end of a Naked and Afraid episode. Of course, minus the weight loss. I was thinking the other day that this whole virus thing is really scary, but not quite as scary when I once told my wife to just relax. But here's the weirdest one. Screen time was once the crux of all evil, but now suddenly it's the only thing keeping your kids sane. However, enough YouTube is enough YouTube, and you're starting to wonder what you can do to get your kids doing something besides staring at their phone all day. Well, we have some ideas for you. Some of them still involve the internet and screens, and some don't. Some are free, some aren't. Some are for you avid outdoorsy types, and some are for you cave dwellers who thought you could never have enough time to yourself, but now you think differently. Take a Masterclass. Want to learn about ball handling and shooting a basketball? How about from Steph Curry? Want to learn how to cook? How about a private lesson from Gordon Ramsay? Want to learn about filmmaking? Well, you can get some tips from Spike Lee. It's not free, but there are special deals right now, and these are the best, most famous people in their areas. This is really cool, masterclass.com. How about learning another language? Duolingo is a really cool app that makes learning another language like a game. It's free, fun, and you can learn dozens of languages, even French. Although I don't know why you'd want to speak to someone who only speaks French. Just kidding, they probably don't want to talk to you. Learn to play an instrument. Fender Play right now is an app that will teach you bass, ukulele, or guitar, and it's free for 3 months right now. So take this time, learn to play. Who knows, maybe there's a rock star inside of you. Speaking of instruments, why not buy a ukulele? Ukuleles are super cheap, and you can learn your first song in less than 30 minutes. Yes, you'll feel lame at first when your fingers feel like curly fries that won't cooperate, but pretty soon you'll be playing along and cracking out pop hits like 21 Pilots. That's right, the best-selling band of the last 10 years features a ukulele in many of their hits. Call someone you love on video. Listen, FaceTime for you iPhone elitists, but if your cool friends don't have an iPhone, there's still a lot of other options. Facebook Messenger, even grandma has a Facebook account, and you can call her on that. Zoom, Skype, WhatsApp, all good platforms, and they work internationally too. Go for a walk or a bike ride. I know you're supposed to stay at home. No, it's actually okay. It's inside the guidelines. It's even safer to be outside. Hikes in state and national parks are okay too, and most of them are still open. Learn photography. There's all kinds of cool options. You can even still get Polaroid cameras. And there's all kinds of great classes. You can go to Masterclass. It's hit and miss a little bit on YouTube. The Great Courses offers a free trial right now. So if you're going to be taking pictures anyway, maybe don't punish us all with your terrible composition. Play games with friends and family. If you haven't tried the Jackbox games yet, you got to try them. A few are free, but most of them come in packs of 5 for 15 to 20 bucks. I recommend Party Pack 3. It's got murder mystery trivia, which is my favorite, where you get murdered if you can't answer the questions. It's actually pretty tame. Heads up, you might have seen this one on Ellen, but there's apps for iPhone or Android. It's tons of fun. You play with other people. Board game lovers will be pleased to know that there are all kinds of ways to play your favorite games online. Some are free, some of them aren't, but you don't have to wait until the stores are open again to take over Atlantic City and Monopoly or enjoy world domination and Risk. Tabletopia is a leader here. Read an ebook or listen to an audiobook for free. Yes, you can use Audible for audiobooks, and I consider my Audible membership essential to my life and to my goal of reading 30 books a year. Audible.com. But you can also buy an ebook on Amazon.com and read it right now on any platform, including your phone. But here's what a lot of people don't know. Places like Open Culture offer books for free. And your local library membership, which is taxpayer supported and free to you, will get you premium ebooks and audiobooks delivered to you instantly, completely at no cost. Write something. Do you have the great American novel in you? Maybe just a great short story? Maybe you're the next Hemingway, Tolkien, or J.K. Maybe not, but most YA novels aren't perfect either, so just write. You don't have to write fiction. You could actually just write in a journal or even send thank you cards to people you care about. If you are interested in writing fiction, taking the Start Writing Fiction course through Open University takes you from zero to novelist in just 8 weeks, and it's free right now. How about something a little more highfalutin? You can enjoy the world of culture. The Uffizi Gallery of Florence, Italy offers free virtual tours. You can take your time looking at Botticelli's Birth of Venus, Caravaggio's Medusa. How about maybe Titian's Venus of Urbano? All of this can happen without even getting on a plane. It's completely free. And teenagers might just find the history of Renaissance art more interesting than you think. And you know what? Even if they don't, you can still talk to them and raise your pinky while you drink your espresso. No? Well, how about this one? How about a little ocean life? It's almost impossible to recreate the strange grace and tranquility of aquariums, but not entirely, because even though they're closed to the public, Monterey Bay Aquarium has added a number of live cams so you can keep an eye on the jellyfish, the kelp forest, the coral reef, and even the penguins, completely free. How about a little history? You could take a tour of ancient Rome. The Eternal City may be all ruins, tourists, and carbonara right now, but it was once the center of the known world for the better part of a millennium. See it in all its glory. Churches, synagogues, mosques, and temples have all been forced online. Want to watch Mass at St. Peter's Basilica or go to church at Westminster Abbey? Yep, in your pajamas. The good news is that you can visit worship services all over the world 24/7. Or you could even visit a local service live without even putting on your Sunday go-to-meeting clothes. Who knows, maybe when this whole thing is over, you might even decide to join a community of believers if you don't have one. Although pajamas aren't usually the normal attire, just FYI. Missing karaoke with your friends? You can still do it from home. Apps like Air Console let you turn your smartphone into a mic and sing your favorite hits with the usual gang. You can also practice new tunes to be the star of the karaoke room when this whole lockdown ends. Cook something new. One good thing about being home a lot is you can finally spend time cooking things from scratch. Sourdough is huge right now. You can find some great recipes online even if you're on a limited budget. Jack Monroe's recipes cooking on a bootstrap are specifically created for people on strict budgets or relying on local food banks. Being stuck at home can really make you rethink how much of your stuff you really need. Does this bring me joy? It might be time to condo your home. KonMari.com can help you decrapify your crib. Take a walk through Venice or London. No, you can't jump on a plane right now, but you can still see some of the world's most fabulous views thanks to Google Street View. Feast your eyes on the Grand Canal in Venice, or take a look at the Thames from the Tower Bridge. You can even walk along the river and see if Google's cameras captured something strange. If you're trying to de-stress and stay healthy during the lockdown, you'll be pleased to know that plenty of yoga studios are streaming online classes for you to join in. Yes, a lot of them are still running paid classes, but there are others such as Dig Me Fitness that run free live sessions on social media, perfect for some low-cost self-care. Yeah, you'll look stupid at first. Probably. Learn to sew. The CDC now recommends masks in public, so why not learn to sew? Older and immune-compromised people will need these even more, so do something good while you learn a cool skill. Who knows, maybe your design could even someday grace the catwalks of Milan during Fashion Week. Learn chess at chess.com. Chess holds the master in its own bond, shackling the mind and brain so that the inner freedom of the very strongest must suffer. Albert Einstein. I don't know what Al was talking about, but I do know this. Chess is the ultimate game of the mind with a number of moves so infinite that no one has ever even done the math. Come on, get smart, learn some chess. Plant a garden. Gardening is one of the most relaxing, satisfying, nature-mastering activities that exist. Plus, you might actually need this skill to not starve at some point. Just saying. Feeling bored but ambitious? Pull out your neglected art supplies and use the opportunity to make something simple but fabulous for your home. Whether it's painting an old piece of furniture or shibori dyeing your dish towels, crafting will keep you busy and on budget. Check out Pinterest for ideas. Do a home facial or learn to give yourself a haircut. You can take tutorials on YouTube or Instagram, or you can even buy a high-end home facial kit from my friend Jess Martin at Skincare@Jess. Look her up on Instagram. Pray or meditate. If you're a person of faith, you're wondering why this is so low on the list. Well, it's because the list isn't in order and because it's mostly for fun. Plus, if you can't prioritize your own spiritual health, a YouTube video isn't gonna help you very much. Let me say this though. I say a quick prayer with my teenagers before bed all the time, and they both still appreciate the ritual of doing it. Plus, Moses prayed and it stopped the plagues in Egypt, so I'm looking for a repeat. Can't win if you don't play. And yes, there's an app for that. All right, so to finish this list, I have a very special guest. I was getting her help on some of these, and frankly, I don't even know what some of them are. So I thought I would have my teenage daughter come in and finish this list.
Hi, I'm Jeff Duvall's daughter. It's me. Hi. I don't know how I got roped into this. I guess he asked me for some suggestions and I gave them to him, and then it ended up me being on camera. So, hi, I'm gonna give you some of my recommendations for your children, I guess, because I am one of those children, and these are things that I do right now because I'm bored and don't have anything else to do. So, let's get into it. Number one from me, read a WikiHow. WikiHow is this website with a bunch of tutorials. They're often accompanied by very interestingly drawn pictures. Are they often very ridiculous? Of course they are, but they're fun to look at. This next one is read fan fiction. So this one might be kind of questionable since fan fiction has kind of an iffy reputation, but I guarantee there's fan fiction out there for any book, show, band you're interested in. Is it often very bad? Yes, it is, but that makes it just as fun to read. Be careful, though. My next one is watch a TED Talk. There are many, many TED Talks out there in the world. Some of them are good, some of them are bad, but most of them can be quite thought-provoking. One I recommend is this one about Hide the Pain Harold. You probably don't know him by name, but if you saw him, you recognized him. It was really interesting, and I recommend checking it out. Okay. My next one is do a Bob Ross tutorial in MS Paint. You don't have to be an artist for this one because, as Bob Ross says, anyone can paint. There's pretty much every Bob Ross tutorial ever on YouTube, and if you don't have MS Paint, Aggie.io is a free online resource that is really great for drawing in. My next one is do a photo shoot. Get dressed up, take some pictures, maybe even throw them in a slideshow with some royalty-free music. Have fun with it. My next one is play Pop Tropica. Playing this game might not only bring back some fun memories, but also gets you thinking. Pop Tropica is entirely a puzzle game. You have to solve smaller puzzles to get to the overall puzzle, and it's pretty fun. My last one is make a tier list. If you don't know what it is, ask your teenagers. They probably know. While it's maybe sort of out to date at this point, it's still fun to decide where you rank things, just for fun.
All right, so that's it. That's our list today. I had a lot of help on this one. Some of those things I don't even know what they are. Want to say special thanks to my 15-year-old daughter, Dakota Duvall, for being our guest today. And listen, you don't have to remember all of these. You can actually just download our downloadable PDF. It's at studentreach.org. You Coach Too. It's also right here in the description, so just click on that. It'll take you right there. We will send you the list. You just click on it. It takes you right to the website, so you don't have to do anything. So thanks so much for watching this video. Be awesome.
Be stellar, I guess.